My name is Nelson Mandela. I am the founder and creative director of Logical City. Logical City is a fashion brand that prides itself in making classic outfits, classic suits, classic dresses, classic wear, that is, so to speak, largely. Why tailoring? Why this kind of industry? Why this business? Passion driven, but equally filling a gap that has been there for quite a long time. It's still there in as much as the fashion industry looks a little bit flooded, but I would tell you for sure that there's still a big gap in it. And yeah, it was a calling for passion, answering a call of passion, as well as filling a gap. As you all know, this is in line with entrepreneurship. So entrepreneurship, with its definition from the word go, even when we were studying business studies in high school, entrepreneurship is all about identifying a gap and coming up with a solution to fill up that gap. As people grow, you find where best you fit and what suits you better. And as I grew and as I'm growing, I continue to find where I best fit and what suits me better. So why not 9 to 5? I've been there. But then the greater call of entrepreneurship, the greater call of at least also creating a platform where other people could also earn a living, had the bigger chunk of me, and so I ended up here. What makes my brand stand out from the rest? I think basically what has always made me stand out for the past almost a decade now. That's simple. Standing out and standing to be counted and just being consistent on a few things. A few things that makes the brand eliminates itself from the rest. Now, number one is ethics. Can your clients take your word to the bank? Number two, quality supersedes everything. What are you charging? What are you offering? Vis-a-vis what you're charging, vis-a-vis what you're offering. Are you offering something that is equivalent to what you're charging? Are you charging what is equivalent to what you're offering? So what makes me stand out is over and above is quality. I try to put, we as a brand, we try to put a lot of emphasis and efforts into ensuring that we do the due diligence so far as the outfit making process is concerned. We have a lot of things that we go through so far as making an outfit is concerned. You might not be able to see them here because this is now the sort of head office where we operate with clients, our corporate world and all that kind of stuff. But we have a production room away from here where a lot of things go through. And also some of them also happen here. We have stages that outfits follow. So those are the things that really, by and large, over and above, makes us stand out and be different from other brands. And also when we talk of quality, it starts all the way from, number one, what's the customer service quality that you give? Number two, what are the quality of fabrics that you're using? Number three, what is the quality of tailoring that you're putting into place? And what is the quality of the end product? I think that one, so far as the quality of the end product is concerned, you're able even to see even where you are, because you will be able to see, interact with some suits. I think, yeah, these ones, the one I'm having, plus the many others that are around here. I wouldn't talk about what I faced as an individual so far as challenges are concerned. I would talk about what does the fashion industry face so far as challenges are concerned. This is one of the domiciled industries. This is one of the industries as well, which is very versatile and very loud into employing very many people. Youths of late, you know, by virtue of influence, having seen fashion designer A, B, C, D, wants to be part and parcel of the journey. Some are passionately so much attracted to it. Some are going into it by the virtue of the influence that I've just talked about. Some are going to it by virtue of training, you know, advices, taking up courses and all that kind of stuff. But the government seems to be doing so little That's one of the challenges that people are facing, the industry is facing, and no one is really talking about. The government seems to be doing so little. The ministry in charge, the people in charge, you know, as a people, as a country, we have not yet kinda welcomed and started conceptualizing and even, you know, harbor this kind of thing into us. If only we could put some small emphasis, like just our neighboring countries. Rwanda is doing quite great, and Tanzania, I would say, so to speak. I'm mentioning this as a challenge because for sure it is, you know. Everything takes the trend of the day. And if the trend of the day is being set by the leaders, for example, if you see a leader fighting, the rest of the people will take it normal to fight. So if we would see leaders embracing and harboring and nurturing fashion and the textile industry as a thing of our own, and we need to nurture going forward, every other person would think of buy Kenya, sell Kenya, stage Kenya, promote Kenya as something, as a norm. Like the former president really set a good stage. President Uhuru Kenyatta, I remember during his tenure, in as much as he did little so far as the fashion industry is concerned as well, but then at least he tried to revive Rivertex. That's number one. Number two, he made a culture in the government-related institutions that on Friday you have to put on something that is kind of Kenyan brand. We would give it up to our current president as well. He also does a lot of tailored outfits. The only question that is there is who tailors them, because we've never seen the tailor in the limelight, you know. But it is a challenge. Today, if you go to Tanzanian parliament, for example, you will find that almost close to 60 to 70% of the MPs there are donning outfits tailored by Tanzanians. You see that? That's something to speak of. You go to Rwanda, the Rwandan president hardly does even do suits when he's in Rwanda. He only does suits when he steps out of Rwanda, going for high-level meetings and all that kind of stuff. Even those suits, most of them are tailored within Rwanda, because we also tailor suits here. So yeah, I think one of the biggest challenge the sector is facing, the fashion industry is facing, the textile is facing, is lack of good will from the leaders, all the way from government to other leaders coming down. And the fashion industry is also scattered. It doesn't have a good, I feel like it doesn't have a good representative. It doesn't have a good body representing it. Other creatives do. The fabrics that are, quite a number of the fabrics that is made available, readily available in Kenya today and even in Nairobi today, are not of that good quality. So if you want to go for good quality, you have to go deep into the pockets. When you're going deep into the pockets, the ripple effect, it trickles down to the client. It therefore means that the client will have to pay a little bit more. So yes, we import fabrics largely. If you want to get a good fabric, 100% wool, Super 80, Super 50, Super 100, Super 110, Super 210, 280, you have to get it from Italy. Okay? Some are also coming from China. Some are also coming from Turkey. Importation cost, custom duties, taxes. Imagine importing a fabric for at least, for example, just an example, 25,000 Kenya shillings. The tax that is going to be imposed on that tax is almost equivalent to the amount that you used to buy that fabric. That simply means for you to get something, you've bought the fabric, you've paid the tax. So the fabric and the tax has costed you close to 50,000. How much are you going to sell the suit? You get? That suppresses down the suit making, the suit making and the suit sellability. So yes, there is a big challenge in fabric accessibility. If only we could get a country like Nigeria, let me bring that so far as examples are concerned, a country like Nigeria, and Tanzania is also embracing that bit actually. Nigeria has one of the finest fabrics today as we're speaking. But why? Because they have eased their taxes so far as their, I think their import, whatever is concerned. I don't know. They have even started investing heavily in textile production, fabric production, and all that kind of stuff. A lot of things happen in Nigeria fashion-wise that does not happen even in the entire East Africa, so to speak. Most rewarding part is being able to work with a team that sees the dream, sees the vision, sees the goal, and also being able to be in a position to at least what I'm doing is able to support families, changing lives, giving back to the community. And of course, my son priding himself in having a father who is a tailor and a stitch at a time that changes his life as I change other people's lives. That has been my greatest motivator. The fact that I still hope and believe that at least, actually where we are today, 2025, is not where we were 2023, 2024, 2020, 2019. So yeah, having that hope, because again, you see even a lot of things are changing in Kenya radically. Our way of communication, our way of exposing things, our way of doing things, they're changing. AI is also coming in. So I hang on to the hope of things being way much better so far as my expectation is concerned. So for me, I opine to the analogy, opulence simply stands for class. And with class, less is more. We are so much focused on giving you a tailored experience rather than bragging and talking big and shouting with our outfits. I mean, the more you explain yourself, the more you go astray, the more you miss the point. So rather you keep it simple. So yeah, opulence to us as a brand stands for simplicity, subtleness, the classic look, the authentic, and the most original one. Craftsmanship is a thing for me, that is for sure. I'm so passionate about that. Now, the process of making a suit from the scratch, first of all, in sales, making a suit starts from running a sale, like running marketing and all that kind of stuff. So let's say, for example, you are the targeted client. I will get hold of you and then break an ice, create a communication, and enter into a conversation. At that point of time, we have already started the process of making a suit. And then it will go down into, if you are interested in what I'm selling to you, you will show interest and also make an effort and maybe perhaps visit our offices. Yeah, so once you visit, we go through the fabrics. You do fabric choosing, and then we discuss the design that you want, and then we go through the measurement taking. After the measurement taking, of course, what follows next is payment, and then at least we start the job. We procure the fabrics, we procure the accessories, we now do the sketching. We can do the sketching with you, or we can do the sketching without you, but then send you to at least see. Depending again, if it is a surprise, we have already talked about the concept and everything. We will just design, do a sketch in terms of drawing, present it to you the day you are coming to pick the outfit, or maybe share it with you for approval later on, and then you give us your go ahead, a nod, and then we proceed. Now, a suit making up to that point also goes through another series of processes. There is now the fabric purchase, the fabric sourcing. After the fabric sourcing, the sketch had been done. So we're working with the tailors to actualize the sketch that has been done. The sketch is normally done in form of drawings. Now we go into cutting. That is now where the craftsman had already started the moment we were doing the sketch, drawing and all that kind of stuff. So the cutting and then now the stitching. Now it depends with which kind of suit you want from us. We have different types of suits. We have fully bespoke suits, and also we have tailor-made suits. Tailor-made suits will definitely take your measurements and also do it, of course, to perfection and also to a good quality. The word bespoke simply means a suit that has been handcrafted, hand-stitched, all the way, fully canvassed, everything done by the hand, finishing, ironing, everything from scratch to the end of it, hand-stitched. That takes a lot of time. That takes a lot of skills. That takes everything that is done on tailor-made suit or made-to-fit suit is doubled or tripled on bespoke. So basically, the price of a bespoke suit would not be as the same as a tailor-made already, or a made-to-measure suit would be. Probably that is the reason as to why when you go to the some of the shops that we have around that bring suits from outside, like Zoppo, Manix, and the rest, they largely do made to measure. You know, they are imagining of someone existing in Nairobi called Nelson having this body size, so let's sew a suit that is fitting him. They don't do it fully bespoke. Bespoke simply means customized to your liking. And when it is bespoke, a lot of details come into play. And also just having the people working for you and working with you as a community and as a family, understanding them deeper, sharing with them a lot in terms of what do they want, do they see the vision that you have, and do you see the vision of each and every individual actually, because kila mtu kuanga na vision, by the way. So do you see their vision as much as they see your vision? At times I just come here and with my people and just ask them, where is the challenge? Tell it to me. Tell it to my face. Like, I just want to know where I went wrong. I want to know also where you went wrong, if you saw where you went wrong. And then can we forge a way through which we can now make it better from there. So yeah, teamwork plays a very huge role. So I differentiate. When I'm in the office, I am this. When I'm at home, I am that father that maybe perhaps my son needs. And when I am with my nephews, I am that uncle perhaps they need. And then when I'm with my friends, I am that friend that they need. So yeah, just differentiating the environments where I am helps me to differentiate and balance my life, social life and business life, you know. I'm on Instagram, I'm on TikTok, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Facebook, and I'm also live, like where I am, basically. On social platforms, on Instagram, we are there as Logical City, Logical Women Empire, and Logical Shurak. Why those three brands? It's because we also would like to give women their identity. Because sometimes when they come to Logical City as a page as a whole, they find lots of men outfits, and so they feel like they're not, harbored. So that's when we thought of setting up Logical Women Empire that also largely mirrors the kind of women projects that we run. Logical Shurak, yes, we sell shoes on demand and need basis, because we realized shoe as a product, everyone likes different things so far as that is concerned, but there are those people who also entrust us with the kind of quality shoes that they would want.